Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good today. This video will contain copyrighted material being used underneath Fair Use Act for educational purposes. It's Patricia Steere and RV stroking each other's egos, part 2. Yesterday we left off with RV shamelessly promoting Patricia, trying to convince us that she isn't a shill or isn't working in a cult or anything like that or working for anybody. You know what, RV, obviously you've been gone a long time, but a lot has been exposed. And one thing people got to understand, that Mark and Patricia have been in this movement for almost 3 years, and they've traveled around the world for Flat Earth. And it's easy to figure out how much they spent on average. And between the two in the last 3 years, they've probably spent over $100,000 of their own money. Are we supposed to believe that? Get serious. These people are well paid to be gatekeepers, and you're sitting here shamelessly promoting them. And that's all they're doing. They're gatekeeping and running Flat Earth down the rabbit hole by calling everybody conspiracy theorists. You know, I heard Patricia use the word truther, or the truth movement, once. And it was in regards to veganism, which they'll shamelessly plug later in this video. And shame on you people for eating meat. That's what their message is. You'll see. But anyways, let's start here with the Russian videos and Patricia playing victims, acting like they're victimized by small channels like me. Like Russian Vids is acting like he didn't build his channel on making videos about other YouTubers. He made videos about a lot of people that he didn't like, calling them Illuminati and shit like that. So anyways, let's get started with their nonsense. Patricia's playing, you know, the victim role.
It's true for me that there are a few people I've run across that the alarm bells went off in the back of my head, the red flags, very, very subtly. But I pushed it aside and said, you're being a quote unquote conspiratard. You're being too sensitive. Come on, you know, be more open-minded. And then I went ahead and did interviews with these people, talked to them, and then boom, lo and behold, they ended up turning sour. And if I'd only listened to that intuition, I would have been free of those people. But you have to trust. You have to put yourself out there and deal with people with the idea that we're all good and we all are here for the right reasons. And if you get burned, you have to shrug your shoulders and then keep marching forward.
I'll say this. Always be cautious of smaller channels that have very few amount of...
Yeah, don't be cautious of these huge channels that buy views and buy thumbs up like Patricia's been caught doing. You know, don't worry about those channels, you know. They're just trying to make a buck off of you. Don't worry about them. They're great people. Worry about those small channels that ain't asking for money from you.
Of subscribers. They're the ones that, to me, they see the amount of views that we get, and they're the ones that might have in the back of their mind, how, you know, why am I not getting any followers? It's like, it's never the one with I would say equal amount of followers or good amount of followers. It's the ones that are struggling to make a name for themselves. And it's their way to make a name for themselves by attacking us. And there's a lot of ego in the so-called truth movement. And it's a sad state where you know, people, for example, and I'll say it flatly, you know, you never once say, you know, hey, Russian Vids, can you promote my channel? Or, hey,
what the fuck, dude? You're on here shamelessly promoting her now. And you're acting like she didn't tell you to do it. It's a bunch of bullshit. She's struggling. She's trying to get anybody with followers to come to her channel. She's just using you. Because you're a low-ranking member who was punished for exposing IPS.
You know, you don't put a link. Here's my channel. The people that do that, they have an agenda. You know, they have an agenda.
You all have an agenda. Correct.
To promote their channel, and they're using our channels to springboard their channels, and they don't really particularly care for us. They care about themselves. And
anyways, you see the utter nonsense from this little clown, Russian Vids. So in the next clip, Russian Vids up to this point has told Patricia how great she is, raised her up on this pedestal above everybody else, and says she isn't a shill and all this other crap. We know, the majority of Flat Earth knows is a straight up lie. So anyways, through all this time, he's never mentioned Mark once. And Patricia at this point is saying hello to people in her chat room. And look how she shamelessly mentioned Mark to remind RV to promote Mark and his bullshit. Let's listen to this nonsense here.
Doherty, Cat's Eyes, Sleeping Warrior. We had Mark Sargent in here earlier, and
How's everything?
And a whole bunch of other people. Wesley Stace.
When she said a whole bunch of other people, it sounded like she said a whole bunch of other evil. I don't know. You'll have to go listen to it and make your own call on it. But did you notice how, let's go back up, when she mentioned Mark Sargent, you hear RV chime in like something, oh yeah, that reminds me. Listen.
That name right, because I Sheet Show and Jay Henning Kalogia, and I hope I'm getting that name right because I always hope I don't mispronounce it. We've got Martin Leakey, Jonathan Doherty, Cat's Eyes, Sleeping Warrior. We had Mark Sargent in here earlier, and
how's everything?
And
see, he chimed in like, oh, it reminds me of something. So right after Patricia got done naming off all the names on chat, here's Russian videos. Listen to this utter bullshit, man. I mean, this is complete and utter buffoonery. Fuckery.
Yeah.
One thing I want to say real quick, and with Mark Sargent, he was basically the first, and Dave as well. Simply Dave.
Mark Sargent wasn't the first by a long shot. Shit, Flat Earth was months old. There were lots of videos out and lots of channels. Even Eric Dubé was out well before Mark Sargent. So he comes on here and says Mark Sargent was first. Get real.
You know, and also
allegedly Dave or
allegedly Dave. Allegedly Dave. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Allegedly Dave. I'm sorry, I got that mixed up. It's been a while since I seen
Simply Dave's a pretty good name for him, though.
Yeah. Allegedly Dave. I'm sorry about that, because we just recently chatted on Skype, and I just drew a blank with because he's on my Skype, and we chatted a little bit. Just like about a week and a half ago, and also Rob Skiba. So, you know, these people, to me, they're tops. They're very well spoken. They're very legitimate, and they're very articulate, like I said, and that's very important. They know their stuff, and that's the important key. Is if you're gonna make videos, you got to know your stuff. And we all make mistakes. We're all human. I've made them myself, and I kick myself like, oh my goodness, I said something wrong, whatever. And later I look back and oh my goodness, I wish I could have a take back. But we're human. But for the most part, they have legitimacy in their voice. When they speak, these people are key people with specifically the Flat Earth, and they just ring. How can I say? They just have a legitimacy about them, and the way they connect themselves and the way they speak, and that is key to getting the point across and getting the truth across when it comes to Flat Earth reality. I just wanted to say that really quick. And Mark Sargent, I just love his presentations.
Yeah.
Do you see how contrived this is? How scripted it is? Utter bullshit. I mean, putting Mark Sargent up there on the top of Flat Earth community. I'm sorry. He doesn't speak for me. And he doesn't speak for a lot of people. It's like we're all supposed to shut up and listen to these clowns and let them speak for us. Sorry, that business model doesn't work here. Because that's what these people are trying to turn this into. A freaking business model. And use that business model to do the gatekeeping. You got a bunch of gatekeepers here. So anyways, you all, the rest of this show, oh wait, we gotta cover this part. Like I said, Patricia, she said veganism is a truth movement. Now keep in mind, it's all over the media and everywhere. I mean, they got the sports players, the athletes, and the movie stars, and the politicians are supposedly all going to veganism. And she's calling this a truth movement. Well, Patricia, a truth movement doesn't get positive stories in the mainstream media like veganism BS does. the 2021 veganism agenda. So let's listen to their nonsense here and their shameless promotion. And they're trying to shame us meat eaters. You'll see this clearly. It's no different than they're trying to shame us out of our guns. You know, same kind of shit. So let's listen.
I really enjoyed talking to you, and I always enjoy talking to you. And it's nice that you mentioned a little bit earlier that you're still on the train to not eating meat, because back in April of 2017, when you were on my show and we did our first chat.
Imagine that on her first interview with Russian Videos, he announces he's going veganism, and now he's gonna shame us all.
Together, more of an interview, you said that you were going vegan then, and it's nice to know that almost a year later, here you are, you're still living that life. Pretty cool. You feel good? Are you healthy?
Yeah, I'll tell you this real quickly about making this transition to, being from someone that, used to go to barbecue joints to, eating, this lifestyle. Like I said, it's like truth, like everything else. You need to slowly work your way into it. You just cannot stop eating, go to a barbecue house, a JR's barbecue, the next day become a vegan. You got a slow breakaway from, going from, say, a meat eater to a vegetarian to a vegan. And I'll be honest with you, some people, they cannot handle being a vegan. I'll say this, it might not sound good to a lot of vegans, but better be a vegetarian than being,
Yeah, I agree.
I know.
Do what you can do. Do what you can do. Yeah.
Or at least, because we have, it's like this. At least those people, they're making the right attempts. So let's not bash vegetarians, because they're making.
Look at that. Let's not bash vegetarians, but let's bash all the meat eaters.
At least make an attempt to do the right thing, and if you do consume any type of dairy, be minimal. We want to basically, cut off the supply and demand, and basically put them out of business. And I showed a video to people where this poor pig is in this one pen and being ready to be butchered. You can see him trembling in his eyes, in his hurt, and it was horrible. And I'm saying, you people feel bad if it's a dog or a cat, but since this animal's not cute in your eyes, you don't give a damn because bacon tastes good. People are
so there you go. Utter fucking nonsense, man. Just pushing the Agenda 21 shit. Like the Masons they all are. You could tell Russian Vids is obviously a lower ranking Mason, and he was told to get on here and give his higher ranking Mason buddy Mark Sargent kudos. So anyways, Russian Videos, the rest of the video, he goes on about all of his other shit, his 33 and symbolism everywheres and all that. One thing that stuck out about me about Russian Vids, he says everything, the Illuminati and the Masons have their hands in everything. Everything except his Bible. And that's bullshit. Religion has been so poisoned by the Illuminati that if anybody goes to church anymore, it's like, shame on you. You're serving Satan. That's my view. I don't have a problem against religion, but I'm sorry, Christianity was hijacked by the Masons a long time ago, and so was that Bible. All right, so let's keep going here. So anyways, Russian Vids is like, ignoring all this symbolism from Mark and Patricia. Let's start right here with this. You see Patricia, the way she has her pictures here in the background. She got the ribbon, the scarlet red Kabbalah ribbon. What that means is it's the Jewish people wear it to ward off the evil eye. It's tradition. What is evil eye, you ask? Well, evil eye is you giving somebody an evil look when they're doing something wrong. That's what warding off evil eye is. So they're warding off good doers, supposedly by wearing this red scarlet Kabbalah. Just Google that word. So anyways, Russian Vids expects us to just ignore all this symbolism. She's got the guitar over here. She's got the rainbow. You've done videos on rainbows, Russian vids. Did you forget that? And then she got the guitar over here and the music machine over here. And we all know Satan is the angel of music. And then you notice here, she shamelessly's got to show her hand here of 3 rings on 3 different fingers. And you get the 33. You also get the inverted pyramid. All symbolism. It's all right in your face. And it's all this shit that Russian vids is purposely ignoring. Let's look at this here. Look at the pictures. It perfectly fits 2 inverted triangles to give you the Star David. And there you have the music, Satan's music machines. And you know the Illuminati control the music industry. So this is all just paying homage to Satan. That's all it is. And there's your 33 right there, hidden in plain sight. So let's keep on moving here. Because right here, they're talking about, this is RV, he's talking about how the, actually Patricia brings up how the corporation's logos are all Illuminati symbols. So let's check this out.
Top view.
Most logos are something satanic or Masonic or along the lines.
Yeah, it's either numerology or the concept or design, like the new Adidas logo. It looks like.
So are they speaking to each other, these powers that should not be, or are they trying to influence us on a very subliminal level? We're not able to pick up on it, but we get sucked into their lies just by viewing the logo or buying a merchandise that they sell.
Just get sucked into their lies. Let me show you something else about flat earth and hot potatoes. You remember this calculator, don't you, Russian? It was your favorite tool. Let's do the acronym of flat earth and other hot potatoes. Flat earth, FEOHP. Let's click this in Chaldean. It's 33. This ain't by accident, Russian vids. You know, some people refer to it as FEAOHP for flat earth and other hot potatoes. So let's put that A in there for and. All right? And then let's click it over to Pythagorean. And you get 33. So it doesn't matter which acronym you use for, it's duality, 33. This ain't by mistake, Russian vids. All this shit back here ain't by mistake. And you're sitting there ignoring it and telling us, oh, these are great people. So you're telling me all this work you did for the last 3 years is all fucking bullshit. And you notice what they just said here about logos. Hidden in plain sight. The G for Gatorade. You've made videos on the G and how it represents 33. Russian vids. There's the lightning bolt. You made videos on the lightning bolt. But hidden right here in plain sight is duality. Dual 33s. Russian vids. These glasses are fake. There's no lenses in it. This is done just to make them look like a buffoon and mock flat earth. That's all it's for. And he looks just as ridiculous as this actor with the last name of H-O-G-G. Doing these little silly-ass little mocking smirks and shit like that. Making flat earthers look like buffoons. But let me show you something about fake glasses. Russian vids. 33. So there you go.
Closely.
You got your duality. Right in your freaking face. Let's go back to what Patricia just said. And they said.
Logos are something satanic or Masonic or along the lines.
Yeah, it's either numerology or the concept or design, like the new Adidas logo. It looks like.
So are they speaking to each other, these powers that should not be, or are they trying to influence us on a very subliminal level that we're not
Yes,
able to
they
pick
are,
up
Patricia.
on it?
Yes,
but
you are.
we get sucked into their lies
Yeah.
just by viewing the logo or buying a merchandise that they sell?
There you go, folks. A little bit of truth slipped out there, eh, Patricia? Because you just exposed Mark Sargent for the Mason he is. And let me point out something else, RV. Mark Sargent admits to being a member of the Flat Earth Society. He doesn't dispute it. Flat Earth Society came out and said he's a member of them. He doesn't dispute it. So there's all kinds of red flags here that you choose to ignore, Russian vids. Look at this. His photo gallery on his videos are full of Masonic crap, and here's one of it. So this just shows you what kind of bullshit artist Russian vids is. Have a good day, everybody.